right into the boards. David tries to toe drag Schlegel, doesn't work. Dushinsky kind of just chips it in. David behind the net. David tried to score from the red line. Doesn't really work out. Otto battling in the corner, wins it. Back to Soren. Soren, David behind the net. David coming out. David to Otto. Otto, block shot. Otto gets it back. Dumps it. Smith dumps it. Otto picks it up. Goes behind the net. Passes it up to Soren. Soren tries to toe drag. Doesn't work. Soren blocks the shot. Now Hank coming up one-on-one. Hank tries to toe drag. Doesn't work. Broderick misses a pass. Now Farley has it. Farley drops it to air. And now Hank chips someone. Penalty shot. 10-2 Edgers. 10-3. Goes top corner. Oh, Hank up to Farley. Intercepted by Broderick. Broderick shoots low. Saved by Ryan.
You're still outside.
I'm recording. Farley shot. Saved by the tender. Broderick has it for the opposing team. Just dangles two. Passes it. Misses a shot. Caden up to Farley. Smith with a great back check. Farley dropping it to Casper. Casper the Ghost. Now the other team has it. Caden, good block shot. Hank. 2-on-1. Hank and Farley. Hank just dumps it. Hank has it wide open in the net. Maverick going back. Maverick. Dangles one. Dangles two. Dangles three. Goes in and scores. What a play. Now Smith for the opposing team. Hank gives it to Farley. Farley on a breakaway. Shoots and scores. Schlegel, the other team. Will intercepts it. Toe drags. Left, right. Saved by the goalie. Maverick tries to shoot it from the red line. Doesn't work out. Colin dishes it over to Will. Will's backhand goes over the net once again. Great back check by Mav. Mav coming up. Left wing. Dishes it off to Will. Will back to Colin. Gets intercepted. 2-on-3. 3-on-3. Smith with possession. Over to Broderick. Broderick over to Lanny. Now Mav controls. Mav dekes around Broderick. Ankle Smith. Passes it in front and Will scores. Now Mav and Will going off on a change. David and Braden coming on. Randy dishes it over to Broderick. Misses the pass. David and Broderick in the corner. Shot from the point. Saved by Ryan. Braden. Over to Otto. Otto losing control and just dumps it. Broderick ankles David. And now Otto comes up with the puck. Otto with good speed. Otto takes around one. Misses the net. Now Braden just dumps it in. Now Otto has the puck. Otto trying to get it over to David, but it doesn't work out. Opposing player misses a pass twice, but he gets it. 2-on-1. Sligo has it now. Sligo ankles David. Shot from the point. Wide. Sligo just dishes it. Sligo with the puck. Takes around David. Good save by Ryan. David gives it to Braden. Braden's on a breakaway. And he goes behind the net. And he scores at the red line, goal line. Somehow, someway that went in. Now goalie can't even get up. Now Lanny with the puck. Lanny behind his own net. Soren goes one way. Lanny ankles him. Forcia dumps it. Lanny dumps it to Forcia. He gets a shot. Norberg misses it. And now Hank with the puck. Hank misses. Good stick by Hank. Good save by Ryan. Hank over to Soren, and Soren misses the pass. Forcia. Trying to pass it to Soren, but it doesn't work out. And Soren with the good shot, but glove saved by Tender. Broderick. Over to Lanny. Lanny over to Smith. Smith shoots, glove save. Glove save by Ryan. Forcia tries to dangle, doesn't work out. Goes back to Norberg. Norberg. Pass it over to Hank. Hank bobbles it. Hank over to Soren, and Soren bobbles it. Soren trying to check Broderick into the boards. Broderick. Toe drags Hank. Comes in, misses the net. Smith. Dishes it over to Broderick. Broderick shoots and saved by Ryan. Farley. Dangles one. Farley. Other side. Dangles two. Shot and a glove save by the goalie. Great save by Tender. Irish kid coming with the puck. Caden came out with the puck. Caden 2-on-1 with Hank. Shoots and goes top corner right on the goalie. Hank tied up with Sligo. Shoot and goes an easy save by Ryan. Farley tries to toe tag Sligo, doesn't work out. Oh, Farley on a breakaway. Shoots. Snap. 16-3. Edgers are winning. Maverick Bardes 17-3. Goalie's mad. Will intercepted. Farley. Toe drag. Misses. Now Laney trying to get around Mav. He does. Try to dishes it, but Farley misses. Farley grabs it. Dishes over Mav. Mav misses. And a goal by Will or the opposing player. Pretty sure it was the opposing player. Lanny over to Broderick. Broderick back to Lanny. Lanny back to Broderick. Blocker save by Ryan. Great save right there. Farley battling with Broderick. Broderick tries to shoot. Easy pad save by Ryan. Farley. Up to Meyer. Meyer misses the pass. Now Smith has it. Smith. Just dish it over to Colin. Colin ankles him. Colin spin pass to Will, and Will goes backhand bar down. 18-3. Doesn't look like they're keeping score anymore. It shows 3-15 on the scoreboard, but it's really 3-18, and now Mav goes Bardas 3-19. Slagle tries to get it to Smith. Smith doesn't get it. Ryan over to Colin. Colin chips it up to Otto. Otto chips it up to himself. Otto to David. David misses it. David shoots, misses. Shoots again, misses. Otto, the puck in the corner. Otto gives it over to David. David right into the goalie's stomach. Smith controls. Smith loses the puck. Now Otto has it. Braden tries to dangle. Doesn't work. Smith up to Braden. Interception by Braden. Otto dumps it. Broderick speeds around Braden, all three of our players, and makes a great save by Ryan. Get out of here. Otto, toe drag. Trip, done call by the ref. Just don't care. Laney toe drag. Hits it wide. Just missed. Otto gets around Broderick. Slagle forces him to dump it. And the goalie comes up with the puck. Now Broderick circle back. Up to Slagle. Good intercept by Hank. Hank shoots. Oh, just misses. Now Farley has it. Farley tries to tuck it, but doesn't work. Now 2-on-1. Broderick and another kid. Another kid over to Broderick. Broderick, great stop. Caden with the diving save for our team. Our team up to Slagle, and Slagle misses wide. Kid jamming out our goalie. Soren goes off. Farley comes on. Caden over to no one, but he almost scores. Now Slagle over to his teammate. Now Farley on a breakaway. Farley shoots and he snipes it. Top corner. Score is now 21-3. Farley dishes it over to Hank. Hank has Will, but doesn't care and just shoots. Good pad save by the goalie. Now Smith over to Lanny. Lanny toe drags. Lanny backhand toe drag. Over another kid, he misses wide. Will over to Hank. Somehow gets off Hank's stick, but it comes back on and he hits the goalie right in the mask. Will over to Farley. Farley tries to go back to Will, intercept it. Now Lanny has it. Lanny over to Broderick. Broderick trying to go back to Lanny, but great stop by Farley. Hank tries to stop Slagle, but doesn't work. Great pad save. Lanny gets robbed by Ryan with the pad. Your score is still 21-3. Farley coming up. Back to Will. Will tried to go to Maverick, but hits Farley's skate. Maverick back. Misses the pass. Doesn't matter. Goes around one. Goes on two. 3-on-1. Will shoots and he scores. 22-3. Absolutely blowout. Three to 22 edgers. Laney tries to get it to his teammate. Mav intercepts. Mav goes behind the net. Mav dangles Sligo. Mav over to Will. Will shoots, misses wide. Kid over to Laney. Laney, Farley. Wait. And Laney throws Farley's stick, and that's a penalty. Right. It's a penalty shot for Farley. Farley, Mav, Colin on the ice right now. For your other team, one person, Smith, and then Laney. Farley misses wide on the breakaway. Gives it to Maverick. Maverick gives it to Colin. Colin tries to give it back. Intercepted by Smith. Colin intercepts it by Smith. Colin over to Maverick. Maverick takes the goalie and scores. 22-3. Up by 20 points. Absolute blowout. 2 minutes and 35 seconds. Colin gives it over to David. David off the boards. Up to Braden. Back to David. David misses the pass. David tries to toe drag Broderick. Misses. Broderick ankles David. Ankles Otto. And then Otto Ryan with the good save. Now Otto comes back. Wants his revenge on Broderick. Shoots and hits the goalie in the shoulder. Now it's a 1-on-1. 2-on-1. Back to this kid. Slapped by David all the way around. And Braden will go on a change. Now Soren's out. Sligo with the puck. Sligo, Deeks. And that's a trip, but whatever. Sligo over his teammate. Teammate shoots. What a save by Ryan. This kid is just can't get off the puck. Oh, over to Lanny. Lanny hits a crossbar. Now Sligo has it. Sligo loses control. Tries to get it up to his teammate, and Dushinsky intercepts. He goes off. David tries to toe drag. Doesn't work. 3-on-1. Good stick by Soren. Now Otto's on a breakaway. Otto shoots and he misses off the pad. Soren. Lanny has it now. Lanny over to his teammate. Forcia intercepts. Forcia. Now Soren has it. Soren giving it up to Hank. Hank over to Forcia. Forcia. Kind of a rainbow shot because he got checked. Forcia. Over to Hank. Hank dangles the goalie and scores. 24-3. Caden up to Will. Will up to Hank. Beat by the buzzer. Your final score is 24-3. Edgers win.